dramatic and competitive regular season in the ACC, it all comes down to this: the conference championship game, a battle for the trophy that also carries serious college football playoff implications. Welcome to Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers, right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we'll see a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Cunster. Kurt, let's get right to the action. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Nice grab. It's Price. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Look out. Room to run here. Breaks into the clear. Out past the 30. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
Now, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They connect for 6. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Two-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And this one is caught. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball for 31.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
He fires this throw and it's intercepted. He can go all the way back for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Shoots to get free. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
It's Watkins. He stopped, but he gets a first down. And they bring it down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The Yellow Jackets starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quick pass, the catch is made. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Great job here by this defense on the wide receiver screen. All that receiver's looking for is just a small little seam to be able to get vertical and show what kind of speed he has. The defense did not let him get started. That's good hustle and a nice play.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he finds his tight end for the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
After the 2nd down incompletion, I have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Then as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So they're short on 4th down. The coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. The shotgun handoff here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Now it's 2nd down here. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights off a defender. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He dumps it off to the tight end. Defense will make the stop, but it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. So Kirk has as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Irish. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. They'll begin with a quick throw to the left. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. They get him down after a short. Turn, but interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Offense back out there trying to get something going. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Deep shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They'll try the left side with a toss. Crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver grabs it. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year. He's not going to squander this chance.
And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short connection to the tight end here. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Trying to flex the ground game here. That takes the handoff. And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how.
The ball is loose. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
Well, the defense showing their team speed on that play, flying around that receiver. He made the catch, but he didn't do a good job of securing the football, and the ball comes out.
Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just trucks the man.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw here. And they heave it deep downfield. Incomplete. They cannot. Act on the deep ball.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this first half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his second interception in the first half alone.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And he will lose 10 yards on that carry. Good play by the defense. The punt team making their way on the field. And the punt will just bounce out of bounds. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Here comes a handoff. Fights through the tackler. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel and understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
Three receivers in a bunch formation as they come up on second and inches. Grab down the middle. It's Watkins. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Ellison. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's Watkins. They bring him down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The Yellow Jackets with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he can hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Oh, that is a tough drop for the offense. This tight end is normally very reliable as an option down here in the red zone. And if the quarterback can't depend on him in these situations, it can really limit what you can do as an offense.
Catch made on the sideline, but he's short of the sticks.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Hunt over the middle. It's Alexander. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They cap the drive with 6 points.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
No problem, BAT right down the middle. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Price. He stopped him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting close to the midfield. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First down, looking to throw the football. What a catch! Timeout is a call to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And that one's straight down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
So it's 2nd down and long here from the 13. He'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Quick throw over the middle. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got room to run. He's in the clear. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's a shotgun run call. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quick catch over the middle. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. On third down, it's a handoff. He is stuffed at the line. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got fourth and inches.
Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. So a 17-point lead after that miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
The short completion of the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. First and 10 play coming up. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Snags a quick throw. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, we would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Extra points, puts the uprights. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Looks left and finds his target there. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
A completion makes it second down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And the catch is made off the carry. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, we've seen this guy make a lot of plays, but one of the things that really stands out to me is his desire to want to come down with the ball. Here, the ball is deflected. Instead of giving up on the play, he still has that desire to come up with the catch to help his quarterback out.
And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grabbed by the receiver. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Trying to find room. It's Price. Good enough for first down yardage.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Wants to throw it. And it's intercepted, the last thing they could afford.
And just like that, they come up with the play that they needed. In a 2-possession game, you're relying on your defense to make a play. Strip the ball, come up with the interception, anything to get the ball back to your own offense, and they get to pick. Now let's see if they can score.
0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's the target, and it's complete. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch, and get a little bit closer to the marker.
I love how the slot receiver sets this route up. When he gets to the stem, gives a little shoulder fake to the outside, and hits that slant for a nice gain.
The catch makes it a more manageable third down. This one's going to fall incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what would be the play call?
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
Well, down late in this football game by more than a possession, they obviously had to go for this. They just couldn't come up with the execution.
Catch is made down the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Oh, this defense, if there's any chance of getting back in this game, you can't give up a big game like this on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for some space. It's Payne. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator calls the right play. I like trying to get out on the edge of the perimeter of this defense with the speed you have, but you got to tip your cap. The defense made a great play.
Second down after that previous play. Grinding away with a running game. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
This is how you put a game away. Already up multiple scores, now running the football this entire drive, eating up the clock. Really good chance here of putting this game on ice.
Looks right over Notre Dame on 1st and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of it. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The receiver makes the catch. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a chip shot from 25 yards out. Makes it look easy. And they add to their lead. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Tugger. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Makes a quick catch. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
One explosive play has set them up at the opponent's 40. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. And a timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Important second down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, almost had his second interception of the game. He's going to bring up a third down play.
Well, in case you're counting at home, that was nearly his third interception of the game. That offensive staff has either got to give this quarterback some easy passes to build his confidence up, or they need to make a change and bring the other guy in. He's just reckless out there so far today.
Using his legs here. Here he goes. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. And the Yellow Jackets line it up with first and goal. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for 6. Incomplete. He nearly threw a pick in the end zone. Second down coming up. Now they'll come up second down and goal from the 10.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
Chris, I mean, this game is essentially over, and these guys are still fighting and trying to get the ball in the end zone, and they do. Those are the kind of things that coaches pay attention to, and really you start to learn about who are your fighters, who are your foxhole guys. We're learning that about this team today.
What have they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete. They tried for the consolation 2-point try, but this